Have you ever had a very rough night because you were thinking about what you had to do the next day and it scared you so much that you thought of every single thing that could go wrong overnight? Hi, I'm Barbara Ann Shepherd, your personal mastery and accountability coach. And even though that wasn't me last night, because I've gotten so used to facing this fear of staring into a camera and talking basically to an empty room. I mean, I do have my dog in my lap, so it's not like I'm completely just talking to thin air, because she does kind of listen. Though we do need to face our fears. I mean, everybody has that fear of going live on camera. We all do, in some shape or form. Or we have the fear of standing up in front of a room, in front of our team, in front of our boss, in front of our friends, because we don't want to be embarrassed. We don't want to make mistakes. We don't want to be seen as imperfect. All of these little fears add up to one very big fear that manifests itself with sweaty palms, butterflies in the stomach, maybe a tight chest, sweating, any kind of things. Though, if we just face them, if we face the fear behind that fear of embarrassment, the fear of failing, the fear of humiliation, maybe even a little guilt or shame around being seen in the spotlight, we have to step past that. And it's hard. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, though with practice and doing it on the daily. We don't have to take the big fear, we just have to take the tiny fears. And here's the beauty of it: every single person on the planet pretty much puts their pants on the same way, one leg at a time. So it's not rocket science. All we need to do is step into our tiniest fear. Maybe it's about our health. Maybe it's about our business. Maybe it's not. Though here's the funny thing is, other people are going to notice before you do the changes in your life. I know recently I was speaking with someone, well, in our book club that we just started last week, and encouraging her and saying how much she's changed in the 9 months that I've known her and how far she's come. And she's like, wow, because I really can't see it. Sometimes we need to borrow someone else's faith, belief, and understanding of what we're doing. Because when we're in our business or we're in our life, sometimes we can't see the overall pictures because we're completely surrounded by the details. That's what our fear does to us. We get so into the fear and the worry and the anxiety and everything else that goes along with it that we don't stop and look at the bigger picture. If your fear involves public speaking, we sometimes need to flip the script and look at it from, if I'm in the audience, what do I want? What do I want from a speaker? How do I want to feel when I'm done? All of these questions will help us flip the fear of being in front of public speaking and want to fail, because all of a sudden we've learned the lesson of, hey, if this is what I would like, I need to put elements of it in my speaking. Or I need to practice in front of a mirror, even though that feels weird because we're staring at ourselves, right? Though we notice it. Or you take a video of yourself and you pay attention to the things that you do. Now, most of you probably know I move around a lot. You can't see my hands down here moving. I talk with my hands. If we do a full-on video, then yeah, you're going to notice I talk with my hands. So it's really is one of those things that we all have our little quirks. We all have our little idiosyncrasies, if you were. There's your $10 word for the day. We all have those little things that make us us. And we need to stop fearing that. We need to start embracing it and learning the lesson that, our inner voices are telling us at times. Those negative thoughts, because we all have that negative voice. Because trust me, that critic is far harsher with us than we could ever be with anybody else. Though we can make her or him work for us when we listen, because they're trying to teach us a lesson to actually accept ourselves more and love ourselves enough to step into our fear. This weekend I was reading, and I read this quote, and it was amazing. I believe it was by Jen Sincero in You Are a Badass. And it really was, on the other side of fear is our freedom. Our freedom. Let that sink in for a minute. Our freedom is on the other side of whatever our fear is. Because when we step into the fear, when we step into it, all of a sudden we give it less power, way less power. And by doing that, we drop weight. We drop many different aspects of that fear. We bring in change. We become more lovable. We become more free. We're able to fly, and we're able to step into that freedom of being able to say, I got this. It's okay. So, are you facing your fear on the daily? Really? Is it something that you're stepping into in small ways? Because when we start small, we can get to the bigger things. It's the little tiny things that add up into those big, huge, momentous making moments. So maybe your fear is hitting the live button. So here's what you do. You hit the live button. You say, hi, I am, insert your name and say, this is my first video. Thanks for watching, and you get off. Then the next time, maybe you add a couple sentences and you keep going. It's that simple. And you'll find that you're still got butterflies when you hit that button for a while. And sometimes when you've got a big thing to say, you actually have those butterflies as well. And then sometimes you're just so used to it that you just step in and you lean in and you say, I got it. I got this. I want that for you today and for the rest of your life, because we need to step into our freedom, step into our confidence, and become that graceful edge that we need to succeed. So, come join me. We are meeting again this Wednesday for the book club. We've just started, so you can still catch up and keep reading. And even if you don't ever get caught up, you're still going to learn something, because you're listening to other women explain where they're coming from, and you're going to learn you're not alone in the ways you think, in the ways you're doing things. Or you'll get some advice and connect with somebody that can help move your dream forward faster, because you've made that connection and they've been able to help you with their area of expertise. So come join us. You can sign up. Link is down below as it's been scrolling through this whole video. Please come join. I invite you to come join and become better every single day through reading. All right. I will see you guys later this week on Friday. See ya.